makes all things beautiful. In this time, He makes all things beautiful. Yes, it does. I waited on the Lord, and He heard my cry. Oh, I really waited on the Lord, and He heard my cry. Yes, He did. I kept the faith. I kept on believing. The Lord has shown me His goodness, and I will say, this is the doing of the Lord, and it's marvelous in our eyes. Great things He has done, and great things He will do. This is the doing of the Lord, and it's marvelous in our eyes. Hi, hello, welcome back. Hopefully we are back live on stream. Let me see if my guests can see me now. Hello, ladies. Do I have you now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you can actually see me. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Technology. Anyway, things we give God praise. I mean, just as the conversation was getting exciting, I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe Jane, somebody doesn't want you to talk about the $25,000 promotion. Because there were a couple of questions coming up as far as that is concerned. So you know what? I have Ninoy. Ninoy is a brother who he's the CEO of TCA Radio, a television presenter, and an astute banker, somebody who plays in this space. He's the manager for Akosua Point, and he's well into promotions when it comes to Ghana. So he has joined us for this conversation. So let me bring him on screen straight away. He has some questions, so we'll pick it up from there, and then we'll continue. Nino, welcome. You are muted.
Okay, thank you very much, and I want to say a special good evening to Rita and Akosua, Auntie Akosua. I want to say a special good evening to both of you, and good evening to everybody watching.
Hello.
Great. I can see. I'm gonna let you take it up because I can see that the $25,000 caught your attention, and just as I saw it,
I mean, a lot of people are asking me I should explain and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, Jane, I have had conversations with Jane, even outside the chat, and as a case study, she's someone who has invested a lot into promotion. And actually, I should say that she actually inspired this particular conversation. How somebody like her who is based in the USA, she has 5 albums to her credit, and this $25,000, Jane, if I'm correct, it is just on the last album that you spent this whooping amount of money in production and promotion. Is that correct?
Yes. As for the other ones, we won't even talk about it.
You won't even talk about that. So, well, if we have to add everything over the time, you could be running into about 50 to something thousand, of.
Actually, so, I think the second album too, I had a helping hand.
Right.
Someone who was who didn't know anything about music, and he offered to be my executive producer.
Okay.
In fact, Womb Rainy album was supposed to be a hit around the world, but I think we fell into a wrong hands and everything. But he spent a lot of money. So at the end of the day, he became discouraged and he said, he's done. and we left the album. Yes, we left it like that, you know. And since then, I've been trying to do my own thing small. But God of Miracle was the one that I decided to calm down and do it myself. So when I went to Ghana, I called one or two people. I don't want to mention names because, you know.
I
But
know.
yeah,
Don't mention.
yeah.
They might be even be watching. They
Yes.
might be watching.
So
So
yeah, I called one or two people. I consulted, and they gave me the rundown that this album that you have done is very, very good, very, very good. So you should think of the business wise of it.
okay.
So if you are able to raise this amount of money, intensive promo for 6 months will get you there. You know, because it's like I always start get to the middle, then obi be say na mabo from because mintimi mpia nkwa eche nti oka chem said this one there put everything into it and wait. So I asked into saying I say this at least with me nya be 1.2 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So Jane, before Nee comes in, did you follow through with a 6 months plan and with that budget
Yeah, that
for
budget
the record?
that budget na me fire.
That
And
budget
then
to be fire.
yeah, but
Okay.
and nipa kro no na me de command man yeah. I decided so if I have to spend this na ni nyina me na me be ye bibia there, then I might as well do it once that I mention until
Right.
me start here
Okay.
intensive promo for 3 months. It was a God of Miracle from June no. Na did the TV so kakra anke you know so until me di kind and making sure that 3 months is covered.
Okay.
And then the radio station Kakraswa Minya for interviews now I also did. But unfortunately I had to come back because my son was out of high school and was supposed to do paperwork for his college stuff. And you know, I just said the media question minus even Facebook
Promo.
ad promo, any YouTube, any bloggers.
Wow.
So yeah, me bedru here now, me tena say here now. Me check here no, na just say my spend this asika no.
Now, I would you say you are there after spending that money? Would you say you are there? Like, as in,
I like I told you earlier on that if you are doing that kind of investment, you are doing that kind of promotion and you are not there, fine. Whatever you have paid will be executed. But the artist, Uncle Nino will testify that the artist has to be there to build audience with the fans and also honor live interviews and do live programs. So if you spend money for promo and at the end of the day, where is the artist? Artist no need. When you go back, you need to start all over again because
let me. I mean, let me hand over to you. Your question.
Yeah. I think I've been listening from the beginning of the convo, and I've been listening to lots of issues they've been raising. Auntie Akosua saying that you need to come and feature all established stars in Ghana before you are well known. And some of the issues by Jane also raised that they bring people from Ghana there to come and headline their shows and all of that. Let me start from there. After that, I'll come to the $25,000.
Right.
I think that there's nothing wrong in featuring Ghanaian gospel artists to help your brand stand out. And let me see, for the past year or so, I mean, I've hosted more than 4 or 5 diaspora gospel artists on my show, either via Zoom or when they come to Ghana, you know, I host them. And none of them can tell me on authority that they gave me something or I took something from them.
Okay.
And we do this even on Zoom. I mean, I think I did Sarah Sings on Zoom and I did someone else on Zoom. I mean, it's free to go like that on Zoom. But we need to understand that featuring should be strategic. And if you want to feature somebody, you need to look out at somebody that the people already have accepted and love.
exactly.
So like I was saying, Auntie Akosua was saying something
And it's
like
expensive.
Dinah. So it's strategic to feature Dinah, but it's important that he will give you the numbers. It's strategic to feature Joe. It's important that he will give you the numbers. Emoji. It's important he will give you the numbers. So it's good to feature them. It's very strategic to feature them, but they'll give you the numbers. And featuring is one thing that a lot of our artists here, our audience here, look at in supporting an artist. So, for instance, Jane Rita did a song with Kofi Kinata, if I'm right.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
We are yet to
Yesterday,
talk about it.
let me go there before you go there.
Okay. Please
The
go ahead.
Yesterday, I saw with Kofi Kinata. You know, in Ghana now, and that's the biggest discussion now is gospel secular artist collaboration.
Yeah.
Even Celestine Doko got
I've
her,
been slashed.
her
I've been lashed.
biggest pound of flesh when she did Ifia in Akwabwa. Even Celestine Doko, I mean, biggest. You know, so it's something that the whole community is discussing. We've not come to a point, even though some of us, some of the reason why we are against it is because the audience don't understand it. So we advise artists that let's orient their minds first before we do their collab.
Okay.
If you go ahead and do the collab, you might shoot off your career. And that's the advice you give to a lot of artists, and they think that we're against it. Because we've seen a lot of examples, and I can mention that they've done the secular collabo, and after that there's no plan, and they go down. So it's quite dicey. So collaboration. So I don't know, Jane. I don't know if it's that Kofi Kinata collaboration that you wasted. You spent the $25,000. I don't know if
Yes,
that is it.
is that one? But
Is that one? Okay.
Kofi Kinata's collaboration was not something that I decided to do to draw audience. No,
Okay.
I did God of Miracle.
But to me, I think that that's the biggest song, your biggest song you promoted.
Yes.
From where I sit,
Yes.
I think
Yes.
that's the biggest song you
Yes.
promoted.
Yes. Yes.
So you had an aim. You had an aim to establish your name here and to feed on some fans.
Not really. It's like you've gone to a studio. The studio that I went to, Two Bar Studio, I think is a friend to Kofi Kenata. And after I finished my version, I told him that I want another year to listen to the song. And he said, "Oh, Kofi is my friend." And I said, "Oh, me too. We are from the same hometown. I'm from Efeokuma. That's my maternal hometown. So I would love to meet him." And then he said, "Okay, then let's go and give him a copy for him to listen." Ode koma ne ma na tie keke no ode ba ye ne na dia Kofi aye ahyem ne me yi free mu anye yi because why ne fine ba.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's true. But like I'm
Okay.
saying, it's a good song. I mean, I've listened to the song. I've watched the video. You're all in white, nice video. I mean, I've watched the video and everything. But I'm saying that probably for an artist that we don't know well in Ghana, and your song that a lot of people are getting to know is Kofi Kinata. Now, the gospel audience in Ghana will suffer to place you. I'm sure that is why you
Yes,
spent so much.
that is why the nomination crown no yam fami anka.
Exactly.
Oh dear. You have one nomination. Oh.
Oh yes,
Nice.
all the
I'm coming there. I'm coming there. So they'll suffer to place you. Like,
Right.
who is this lady? All of a sudden, the gospel artist, or you understand. However, if they had known you for any other song, like Celestine Donko's issue, and you had brought a Kofi Kinata, I would have known that, oh, this is a gospel. Because if you realize, even when the whole Celestine Donko thing was going on, you had released that song at that time. But
Yeah.
nobody added you to the discussion.
Exactly.
Yeah. No.
Exactly. Because nobody, I don't remember, nobody placed you. Nobody was like, who is this lady? You were all from me. I got to know you through the gospel bloggers when you came to Ghana and they were talking about you. Then I said, who is this lady? I want to watch some of your videos. I asked questions about you and all of that. That's how I got to know you. But I'll be the audience listening to it. Some of them watching us now. They might probably have issues placing you, and I'm sure that is why you spent so much on your promotional budget. However, like Auntie Akosua, who has probably some songs, like let me use another example, like this guy that came to Ghana recently, Kwabena Kwabena Boateng, like the others, that this lady that has done a song with Koda,
Millicent Yankee.
Millicent Yankee. All these people right now, it's like they're introducing them. And I know Yankee's name is becoming a name people are talking about. I know the Kwabena Boateng guy, the Sarah Sings guy. There are people, they are creating conversations around them. And creating conversations around these people is very important. So it makes this think that, okay, these people are gospel artists. However, let me tell you, it's a good me. The reason why I am against the collabos with secular artists is that our people are not oriented well and they don't understand it. And especially with the fact that they don't know generator. And the first song was for Kofi Kinata, it was going through a lot of issues. And I'm sure that is why he spent $25,000 and it didn't work. Now
But
let's come to promotion. Yeah.
Hold on before you go there. Interestingly, I mean, in your submission, you mentioned a couple of times that the audience doesn't know Generator. But interestingly, that was her 5th album. She has started doing this from 2008. What could be the problem?
But like I even mentioned, I got to even know him through the gospel bloggers. When the gospel bloggers were, talking about her, that's when I got to know her, watch her videos, IG and all of. That's when I got to know Generator. So I don't know. I'm now hearing even that she has 5 albums.
Oh, really? So you didn't hear Yesu Ni Moja? I collaborated with Nasi.
No.
2010. Wow. That album was all over. Kwesi Ernest, actually, Kwesi Ernest, I think he bought the video, so he added it to those times that they do video compilation. So it was all over UTV, and people were calling me.
But there probably is a popular song, but I don't know.
It's me.
Yeah, there may be.
So okay.
It's me, or it's me.
Wow.
Okay, so I have a question. So now you're.
Okay, I'll come to your promo strategy, but you can ask your question before.
Yeah, I want to ask. So now that you're talking about the collaboration was not the right choice in terms of announcing me into the music industry in Ghana.
Since you say you have a hit already, so we announce it.
Let me say because I'm not there, so it's like whenever I come, it's like I'm starting over again. Okay. So now I would like to. It's a conversation, and I'm also taking a point from what you said because already Obi Nate, I went to his studio. I think when the album came out, and I was talking to him and he said, Jane, you are very good. So why did you feature Kofi Kinata? Because Hetibon Great did it, Gift Yourself did it. It's like he mentioned a whole lot of names and it didn't work. So I prefer you going back to the studio, do your own thing by yourself and bring it out because I know you are very good and you can do it.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I've heard you. I was hurt though because I realized that I thought...
I mean, it's agreed. A lot of gospel artists, when we tell them that they get hurt, but it's the truth. People tell you Enyashwe, but deep down, you see, let me tell you this. When Dinah and Kofi Kinata, the artwork came out, ask Dinah, ask her the messages she got. Said, hey, we now obey, we dear, we dear, ask her.
Wow.
Ask her. Yes. Wow. She told me that, he said that even in the messages she got. And so if I'm right, her management was even saying that, I mean, they can't go another day keeping the suspects. You understand?
Wow. Yeah, they had to release what exactly it was. Yeah.
Thank you. It's something that people are hiding behind and creating perceptions around it. And we, the fraud people that are talking about it, they are seen as evil. But that is the fact. The gospel audience have not accepted it.
Yeah.
And it will be very difficult for any church in Ghana to say that Generator song with Kofi Kinata, they should come and perform it in their church.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So this mentality is what you must fight first.
Okay. So now then I guess I have to go back to the studio and make another song.
But you have other songs. You have other songs on the album.
Yes, I do.
You know what? This is absolutely interesting. Jane, I was going to. I don't know whether I should say this publicly, but since you yourself has said this, I was going to have a conversation with you that I think the song with this particular song, do a live recording of it. Do a live production where it's
live video. Okay.
Live video with the musician playing the song live and reintroduce the song. I feel that with all these, if I can call it brouhaha around it, if the song is reintroduced in a particular way, I'm very sure that because it's an amazing song. It's an amazing.
Okay.
Anyway, Minister, because you're not, don't let us leave you out of the conversation. But
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
Uncle Danny, you know that I told you live recordings is part of
The plan.
the plan
Yeah.
because I'm coming to Ghana. But I think it's good I have Uncle Ninoy on the line, so I'm going to take his contact and I'll go and see him for further advice and
Yeah.
what the things that are the right channel I have to take to be able to establish myself very well.
Hmm.
So
I want to come to your promo
Is it
plan.
going to come at a fee?
Ah,
oh, and then consultation. Oh, consultation. No, no, no. On, you said I'm charge, but yeah, all the way for food.
no,
And
I want to come to your promo strategy. I don't know who gave you the advice, and I don't know what promo strategy you used.
Uncle
But
ni strategy ne there. Nipa ni say man fa sika na nkoma no.
no,
So
but who could you consultation fee ni ho?
consultation na me free no or ma me budget no. In fact, said you timi dey na or calculate ya no where you prices not to. And
No,
pepper
the
so.
fact is the fact is that when the person is giving you a budget on strategy, probably the person is giving you a budget on strategy based on
The
relationship,
previous, okay.
based on the kind of work he has done, based on all of these factors. So me, if you come to me for an advice, I give you an advice and I tell you that, oh, I know this person. I can talk to this person. I
Right.
know this person. I can talk to this person. I know this person. And I'll tell you that, oh, this person, I know him. But on the Obeje will say. So when you go, you know, you can deal with the person. But there are people that, you know, they're my friends in the industry. You know, at times I interview their acts or I do something for them. So when I go, I told, you know, do this person for me. So that will be. But there are some others that, you know, you don't have that kind of relationship with them. So probably when the person was giving you that strategy, you going to implement the strategy was the issue. You understand?
Me
So
na manye ni ye na mse sika no
you
kwahye
going
mu
to
lebi.
implement the strategy was the issue. But you see, I keep saying this. It's two strategies. Introducing and maintaining. That's the
Okay.
two strategies. Introducing the song to the market is one strategy that a lot of people have learned well.
But the
But
maintenance,
maintaining the song, that's the biggest problem.
consistency, to keep
Thank
it in the
you.
system
In the
for
introduction there, a lot of gospel artists we've gotten it. You know, the countdown, the promos, even on that day you get some radio stations or TV stations to show
premier
to
and
create
those
the
things.
awareness. I mean, we got it right. I mean, for 2 days, 3 days, we've gotten it right. But the problem is the maintaining the songs.
Like
The
I
maintaining
said,
the songs
as those that we live in this part of the world, we are not able to get a right maybe personal assistant to watch your back whilst you are not there is one issue. Secondly, when you come here, it's a different story altogether. Imagine someone would just take 6 weeks off to come and do the promo and introduce the song and everything.
yeah.
But the time is so not back because it's
Yeah, but I keep saying, I remember the last time when I came on this call, I think generator, you were on this call. I told you people that there's a software that can monitor radio airplay. You understand? So I don't know if I can share my screen. I would have shown you the software I use. You understand? So that you will see that if you can go even with station specifics. If you've paid the DJ at Joy FM, you can go station specific. And you see that okay, Joy FM, today these are the songs they play. It's my song part.
Right.
You understand? I don't know. I don't know if I can share my
I
screen.
I I
Can I?
I will come in here. I think
if you
I
have
built.
if you
I
have a
built.
if you ha- I don't know if you have a screen share option on your. Can you see a screen share
Yeah,
option?
I have a screenshot.
Okay, if
Yeah.
you do, if you have a
Can you
screen share
see?
option, yeah, I can put it on. Yeah, let me put the screen share option on.
Okay, so put it. I want to show you.
Yeah, it's on now. We can see that.
It's on now. You can see it. Okay, so
Yeah.
you can see what's on the screen now. Everybody can see what's on the screen.
Yes, everybody can see. It's live.
So these are songs that were played in Ghana. If you look at this sound charts, I mean, I pay for this thing. So I go to Radio Airplay. I can go to charts to show me Apple Music, iTunes, and all of that. But this, I went to Radio Airplay, and I went to Ghana, and I went to all radio stations. These are the radio stations listed. Then I went to only yesterday, and these are the songs that were played. Dollar on You, Kwame Eugene, Catch It, you know, whatever, Coachella, whatever, all the regular songs. I can go to last week. Then they can give me every song that was played in all Ghana radio stations that they monitor. You know, they can give me the list. You know, they can give me the list of, you know, and it's giving you just last update was 31st April because I went full last week. And the most played song was Power of Prayer by Joe Metal, 56 times during last week.
Whoa.
Kwame Eugene, 44 times. Slow Down, Kim Promise, 39 times.
Oh, so that is where they used to rate the chart.
You
like
can use to monitor Diana Hamilton, you know, Akosua Yahweh. You understand? So you used to monitor, and you can even go see Odiyompo by Empress Gifty. I mean, Kofi Kinata, your friend, play song.
My brother.
Just on Ultra Healing Stream. I mean, a lot of songs. Hallelujah, Owanwenin by Edwin Daxon. I mean, a lot of songs. So here you have given the people the body. Now you need to come and sit here and check if they are really playing your song. So you can go station specific. You can go to 3FM.
Okay, Uncle Ni Pachocho, you draw budget, Mamma, why me ba be. So say when I manage him to me ba. They say at once by force. Me just say me buy and me be land. And no me the opposite me you know.
So like I'm saying,
studio,
okay, I've stopped sharing. Let me come back. It's okay. I've stopped.
That's good. That's good.
So it will help you. It will help you seated. It will help you seated outside Ghana to know what's going on in Ghana, even without me. You understand? So you can see there and tell me that, oh, Charlie, I don't know they play the song. What's up? Then maybe I'll go to the specific DJs I've seen. You know, then I'll say, oh, Charlie, you know, the airtime no they come. Like I'm looking at my, you know, and there are times that I've shown it to some DJs and they said, hey, I don't know, say you the monitor. So I mean, it's true. It's true, and it's a fact. Some of them take it and they don't play.
Yeah, it's true.
So if me, if they know I monitor, so immediately I give them, and I you know, they play. They say, hey, you know, they monitor.
And let me chip in this one.
It's something that. Okay.
Yeah, let me chip in this one. There's a phenomenon that's happening now where I know that the presenters would say they will record a video, form a WhatsApp group, and record a video. But then I heard something. That there are some of them, they would they would either just play just maybe about 60 to 90 seconds of the song, just record it quickly and send it to you. Or the worst one is that the song they are playing the song in the studio, but he's not even on air because it probably is not even his time. It's not even his time. But so far as he's able to evidence that to you, you would think that, oh, he's playing your song on air.
To get the song,
No, which is very.
Some people use that. Some people use that WhatsApp strategy. And I think last week I was telling one artist that came to me that I don't like that strategy. I mean, I love to give all the individuals respect. So I go to their inbox personally or I call them personally because aside the job I'm giving you, I want to create a relationship beyond the job. You understand? So I mean, I love to go to them personally. Some of them, their birthdays, I buy stuff for them, buy cake, you know. So I don't like the WhatsApp thing. It makes it look like you put in a pool of people and you know you just want something from them and anyway, you know. But you know how human beings be. When you go beyond that and you create a relationship with them, they tend to like you more, do the stuff for you more. So that's what I love to create more. I don't subscribe. I know a lot of gospel artists managers have done that WhatsApp group thing, but I don't subscribe to that.
Okay.
I mean, this has been extremely insightful, and I'm sure that my guests Akosua and Jane, as much as a lot of the diaspora-based artists who are watching, some of them are watching right now. I've seen Adjoa Ama on and a couple of people, and those who watch later would really take a cue from what you've said, and it's interesting. Minister Akosua, you have been quiet. You say so, but let's take some.
I'm waiting for a
comment from you. Yeah, let's take some comment and possibly some questions. If you have any questions for Nee, he is on the ground, so. You, like we've established, you've done is your third single that you've done. I'm sure there's been strategies that you've used, but I don't know if you have any question for Nee, and are there any of the things you can relate to as he shared them?
Yes, actually, uh, what he shared about the airplay, tracking software, that's really important, because we've been provided with video clips of DJs playing the songs, and we've shared it on our social media platforms, and where people send you messages, oh, your song is trending, and I'm like, what do you exactly mean by that the song is trending? Because you're saying it's trending, but where's the proof? The only proof I have is that video clip. So what he shared about that airplay tracking software, that is super, and I really appreciate that, because then now we can go back and track it. And if somebody tells me that, hey, I've played your song, sometimes in a week they can send, almost every day they send a video clip. So if you're playing it every day, that it should appear on that.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, it should.
You know,
It
Very
should.
true.
it
It should.
should. It should. And then I guess my question is, and also it to do with what Jane Rita shared with that amount of money. I remember when Yahweh came out, I asked somebody, I'm like, so how much do people spend to get a song, to get to where it's supposed to get? And the person was like, what's your budget? And I sent an amount, and he started laughing. you know yeah, he sent me that laughing emoji, and he was like, people spend thousands of and tens of thousands of dollars, to be able to get your song to get to where it's supposed to. And I'm like, really? I mean, here we are. I am a full-time, nurse. I work full-time. I have a family. I have a ministry here. Singing is not my only calling. I have a ministry that I'm building here as well. How can I leave here and come to Ghana and spend that much time? It's impossible.
Hmm.
So for somebody in my shoes, what do they do?
Okay, that's a very good question. Yeah,
That's a very good question.
yeah, yeah. That's very good. Nika, can you help us with it? I mean, you are
Yeah,
on
I
the
mean,
ground.
I understand,
What
but
should somebody like that do?
I understand, but you see, in some part of your Congo, that you mentioned that I think Generator mentioned that these times that you don't have people want to invest in the business, you don't
I think
have
his line
what we
is.
call professional artist managers to sit down and plan songs or release or promotions. This is what we get, and it's interesting that anybody that comes out has someone, whether a family member or a friend, who is supporting. And the thing is that they don't want to even learn it properly. And these are some of the challenges we have. However, I keep saying we have people who have gone the path. We have people that have blazed the trail. And one of those few people I can mention is Kwesi Kumsin, Joe Matthew's manager. When you call him on some of these things, like myself, I mean, I keep saying myself and him, when we sit down, and the other guys call us digital guys. When we sit down, we are talking, and the other friends of ours are sitting there. They're like, these guys are speaking in parables, because we've researched on more of the things we do. We learn more things daily. We understand the things more. I mean, when I started this thing some 10 years ago, I wasn't like this, but I mean, I've improved. So the advice I give to them is that fine. I mean, I might consult you, but the thing is that I like you said, I'm also a banker. I mean, so I take some time off to monitor some of these things or after work or all of that. But I don't know if you have someone trusted in Ghana that we can
Hmm.
help. We can
Okay.
help develop the person. That's what I advise. We can help
Right.
develop the person, maybe for a period of a year or two. We can help develop
Okay.
the person, make the person understand the terrain, make the person go to the radio stations on our memo be abaho or be we are mommy. Like we can help the person, work the person the path. Then maybe after a year or two, the person you trust, so that after a year or two, the person can go ahead and do these things for you. That's probably one of the greatest things we can help. But for me, even the artist of my label, he can tell you, nowadays, I'm finding a lot of difficulty even strategizing for only him. So I mean, I do a lot of consultancy. I'll do it for you, but probably I cannot follow you everywhere, and all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Comes
yeah.
into
That's
like this. He comes into like this. He's in Takrady now, works in Takrady, comes to Accra. So but we try and advise that get someone you trust, so that we work the person the journey, because all of these things revolves. The center is trust. Generator, the $25,000. You need to spend it because someone
mm.
so all
That
of these things,
$25,000 a case study.
that's one important thing, and we need to pay attention to that. When we pay attention to that trust issue, I mean, I know everybody there have someone in Ghana they trust, and like I keep saying, with this sound charts or good music or whichever monitoring software you use, you can double check and double whatever the person, and like I'm saying, there's Apple Music. You can monitor all digital platforms on that
Right.
software. So when you look at all of this, it gives you a fair idea. Okay, the person I'm trusting, what's he doing? What's the person doing? How is the person doing? And all of that. So that's the best we can do. And I understand this most of the times a ministry, and you have something that is funding the ministry. So you need to pay attention to what is funding the ministry. So it's very important. So let's get someone we can trust, and let's train the person. We'll help train the person so that the person can do can do it for you. However, it's also important that once you say you do the ministry, you bring it to Ghana, at least look for some time off your schedule once in a while. At least during the year, come to Ghana once so that the media will play your songs. It's not even going for interviews. Let them know you. Let them see you. Create relationship with them. That's the way to go. I mean, just create a good relationship with them. Even if they don't give you an interview, say, "Oh, me, I'm a generator now, bombing." So, oh,
Yeah.
great. Like, let them feel okay. Like, I mean,
Mm.
at times I just go to radio stations with Akosua to miss the DJs. We don't go for interviews. Then he takes pictures with them. Oh, Charlie, and they feel happy. They take pictures. Charlie, Akosua come take picture. Like, they are humans. They also feel like
Jen too,
A lit-
she's a professional caterer, so I'm sure they will be really happy.
yeah, should do cakes for them.
She can host them, she can host them to
You
some
do cakes
buffet.
for them.
I'm planning
Yeah,
on something
so
like that.
it's not part of the strategy. I mean,
Right.
Mm,
to manage their egos to get what you want. So
yeah.
so we look at all of that to achieve our
Let
results.
me ask this, maybe the final question I want to ask.
Mm.
With return on investment, is this something that is part of the conversation at all? Where
Yeah.
if you're going to devote some budget to doing these things as an artist based in Ghana, is it okay if you just okay, I'm spending X amount of money? What is the ROI on it? Is it okay to have such a conversation at all?
Yeah, it's very important to have the ROI conversation, and it's important because some years back when we were moving from CDs to digital platforms, I think 2-3 years back there was a gap that a lot of Ghanaians were not on these digital platforms. Now, fortunately, that gap is getting close because a lot of Ghanaians are now going to Apple Music, Boomplay, Spotify. Now Spotify is in Ghana, visa and all of that. So it's important to look at ROIs. So, like the biggest form of funds we get here in Ghana as Ghanaian artists is the gigs, the, the shows they play. Fortunately,
Yeah.
churches are operating in Ghana, so artists in Ghana started getting some gigs. It's not like first, it's not like 2019, but it's coming. I mean, those days, I guess you could have a gig Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but now probably one weekend, just one gig. But it's improving. That's the first point. The second point is digital streaming. In essence, the first would have been endorsement deals. So like Dinah has an endorsement deal. So that's her first. Because endorsement deals, whatever you do every month, something comes in. You understand? Because you have a deal with them. So that would have been the first. Then the second would have been shows we play. Then the third would be this digital streams from there.
Streams.
However, let's understand the fact that we need the brand. We need to solidify the brand. We need people to visibility around the brand before you can get some cash from the digital streams, because the cash you're getting from the digital streams are very, very little. So like an Apple Music stream is 0.0016 cents.
It's a game of numbers.
It's a game of numbers. YouTube. 0.00, for the, it's a game of numbers. Yes. And we need to understand that game of numbers so that you don't go and see 1 million and expect $1 million. There's an artist in Ghana who says he has 30,000 YouTube views, so he's expecting $30,000, $1. So we need to understand those numbers, and as your numbers grow, like I keep saying, 11 years ago, Geometry was going for YouTube classes. He was going for Apple Music classes. He was going for iTunes classes. And my friend Kwesi Kumsin, the manager that I was talking about, he was encouraging him to do that because the manager was doing it, and he said, "You need to also learn to understand so that you don't come and tell me I'm spending your money." You understand? So both of them understood it on those levels. So now they are doing the reaping. Now everybody can go to the back end, read the numbers, see what is going on, and do their own online promotions and all of that, and make you understand. So it's important that as an artist, you also understand the dynamics,
right?
So that tomorrow you also don't say this and that. So I also encourage artists to understand the dynamics around digital streaming, and numbers are very important. Numbers per stream are very, very important, and that's what fetches. So if you have 1 million and it's 0.0016, I mean, you're gonna earn maybe $16,000 or something. So the numbers are important, but ROI is important. But within time, it will come in.
With time, it takes time.
Get it? Yes, visibility, create visibility, a solid brand. I don't want any debt around the brand. We just clear any debt around the brand.
Right.
Political, circular
scandals and all those things.
And all of that. Let's clear all of that around the brand, because Ghanaians see gospel artists as their pastors they go and sing on Sunday on the pulpit. They don't want to see them they see them as angels. So they don't want to see you as you have a divorce issue handling. They don't want to see these things around gospel artists. It's good to have a good brand around yourself and all of that.
But me mentioning that, as humans, there are times gospel artists will go through some of these challenges. So is it how they handle it? Is it possible that they have to ring fence their personal issues from getting into the media and making the media story out of it? Is that what you mean by clearing the
how you handle it? It's basically how you handle it. Last year, 2 gospel artists were going through marital issues. One was all over. The other, you didn't hear.
No,
that's true. The other has come back and released the song, and the song
is doing well. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So it depends on how you handle it. Yes.
One was all over. The issue was all over. This radio station called, you talk that radio, but the other was quiet.
You keep your private life out of the thing.
Was quiet. He didn't say anything. They were talking about it. I remember there were sometimes that some other people were saying it. We had to go and clear it because she personally placed a call that, Charlie, I want you to clear this out from the media for us. Then we have to personally place some calls to some big men in the media so that they'll clear the story. And how you handle it is what brings the issue. So around the election time, I remember Akosua went to say something about the theaters. Where are the theaters? Someone, a blogger granted him an interview, and he said, "Where are the theaters?" And so the next day, I saw an article. I said, where was I when you were saying this? I said, you were standing, but you were not listening, because I think we went to VGM. It's on the red carpet.
Right.
I was being accepted, and I was looking somewhere. So later on, I called the guy. I said, "Charlie, you will put down the story." So, but the theaters, that blogger is an NDC guy. So he was
he's gotten a story to hammer the opposition.
I told you that, Charlie, for pull up down for me. I had to talk to him. He was my friend, and he said, "Charlie, I'll do it for you." And he put it. So you need to clear all these things around. That's why when a pastor from US came to Ghana, he said Joe has taken his song.
Dear. Yeah, I saw that.
I heard it.
He didn't talk. Because I was even thinking, which album was that song on? Collected, but he didn't talk. Even if he had recorded the song, even if he had stolen the song, he would talk. You just look for a way to make the brand appealing to the audience.
Appealing,
have in mind, the audience are the people that will consume your music. Yes.
Wow. I'm so grateful for your time on the chat this evening.
No, the Lord brought him on for me because he's going to manage me.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that such a deal was struck on my show.
Yes,
And
whether he likes it or yes, I'm
Whether I
on.
well,
like it or yes, eh?
but,
I'm on. Sign and seal.
sign and I still remain the international manager. So please, I will
So
working with.
yes, yes, that is
Your
why I am
position is
bringing.
international.
Yes, that is why I'm bringing him on board. He will see
I
to
will. I
the.
will be. I will be working with me.
Yeah, yeah, he will see to Ghana and Africa. Then you will also see to this side.
I will see to this side. We thank God. I mean, let me take your final words. Time is fast spent. I mean, I'm so grateful for your time and all those who are. But before we do that, let's look at some messages quickly.
I don't know.
ZK,
ZK wanted to say something. He just mentioned my name, then he left. Then
yeah,
he got put
ZK.
in
I
my
don't know,
place.
ZK. If you are you still on? Is that what is it that you just said? Me? Or is there something that you wanted to say? And who? Okay, I just say thank you, Nee, for clarification on collaboration. I think that's a very good one there. And NSH Yakomia says that's what we do to read a new artist. Ernest, what do you mean by that? I think you didn't pick up where you mentioned that. Is a kindly name the app. I think the app, as he showed on the screen, I think it's
Sound
Sound Chat.
chat. Yeah, sound chat.
So you can go check it out. And he said, with this budget, yeah, we can do it on our own. Anyway, Helen Light says, "Hola,
Hey, Lela is one amazing artist.
Helen."
She's part of our collections.
Awesome. Kojo Nkrumah says, interesting discussion this week. Kojo, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Ladies, let me take your final words. I think that we've been able to educate ourselves, and thankfully
lot.
to me, yeah, with regards to how those of us based in the diaspora can really look into the Ghana market properly when it comes to promotion and some of the things that we can do. Let me take your final words, Minister Kojo. Let me start with you.
Oh, well, I have to say that I've really learned a lot today. And, Ninoy, thank you so much. I've heard a lot about you, but I've never met you. And I really appreciate, the information that you've shared with us. Of course, I'll definitely be contacting you, for more, information. And I guess my advice to everyone is that there's still more to learn, especially those of us in the diaspora. If there's a lot to learn today, I realized it a whole lot,
Yeah.
So and Danny, thank you so much for this platform too, because it's really very helpful to us. So God bless you for
God bless you. Jane, your final words. And before Jane, you speak, I'm glad that you shared the backstory on your collaboration with Kofi Kinata. And I think those are some of the kind of stories that, like, it has to make its way to place whatever you do properly. Because, like, we just see the collaboration, we think that, okay, there goes someone because she wants to blow up. She's contacted Kofi Kinata to come and be on the track, but that wasn't the case. It's something totally different. So I think when Nee talks about creating conversations, these are some of the things we want to see the back.
Actually, when the song was in the studio, when I finished my version, I called Uncle Kwesianis, Media Excel, and I took him to the studio to listen and give me his feedback, because he is in the system, to let me know if I have to take Kofi's version out. And he said it's very good. The guy has really done well. So you see, it's like you are trying to cook your soup. I'm a caterer, so I'm trying to cook my soup. After spicing it and everything, I called the senior chef to come and have a taste of it. And then he says that everything is perfect. Don't take anything and don't add anything.
But then when you served it at the party, people were complaining
that the pepper is too hot.
Probably the senior chef was looking at let's look at his taste.
The presentation.
Anyway. Jane, your final words, and then
I would like to thank Uncle Nee so much. I've heard a lot about him too, through a friend, and I'm happy I was able to.
Please, are there good things?
Of course.
Yeah. Good things. Very good things.
Of course. So I'm happy we've been able to see eye to eye today. And now he's my manager. and we are going to work from here. So, Ankini, nice to meet you, and you are going to see me very soon.
I've watched your video several. It's nice to meet you today.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. So get ready.
I'm ready for you.
Awesome. Your final words. Thank you so much for being on today.
Yeah, I think that was important. I came on the call. To me, I want to say a progressive gospel industry. And when I from the time I came to this space, I keep saying, I hear lots of complaints. So I try my best. My friends and I try our best to try and bring solutions to the complaints, because in the past year I've got to sit on awards boards and I see what we are lacking. And like I keep telling them, it's good for us to impact. It's good for us to share the knowledge on when we learn on. When I go and sit on a team music board, I mean, I'll do myself disservice if I come out and I don't share the knowledge with everybody and I keep the knowledge. So some of these things are the things that we love to see, because they say the Bible says, let's share the gospel to the world. And sharing the gospel to the world, everybody has this role to play, the musician. So like myself and my friend, we have something to say. We have something we say every time. We say that there's a player, there's a commentator, and a spectator. The players are the gospel musicians. You have to know your role. Play that role perfectly. The commentators are us. Allow us to play our role. And allow the spectators who are
to also judge.
Also play their role. So everybody knows his role. I'm a commentator, so I will go and sing. I'll go and act as a spectator. You understand? You're a musician. You not come and do a commentator and spectator. If you be new man, you're still a player.
That's not your office.
That's not your leave it for the commentators. When everybody knows his role, I mean, you get to know that your brand will be built solidly without any issues around it. You see, you win audience organically, and you start ripping.
Yeah.
You start ripping. So I pray that we all work together build this gospel industry.
Awesome.
God bless you.
God bless you so much. God bless you, people. Thank you so much. He's been chat with Daniel Dadson. We had some technical challenges and we had to restart the broadcast. So you'll find this as a part 2. If you are just watching only this one, you'll find it titled as the part 2 of the conversation. So watch out on Hack TV on YouTube and also on Facebook for the first part of the conversation. It was also live on TCA Radio. I have the CEO who joined me today, and also Class Radio in the UK. My guest, Minister Akosua Dankwa, and then Jane.
Daddy, I beg you, let me say a special good evening to my guys, the general manager of TCA Radio.
Please do.
They are doing a good job. He's a great guy, and he's been helping this production. He says, "But don't say to keep me, you kill me." So, like I keep saying, Kwesido, you're a great guy, and thanks for making this production on TCA Radio possible.
Awesome, Kwesi. Thank you so much, and people, thank you. God willing, next week I have OJ. OJ Michael Sechi, yeah. So Michael Wari Sechi, yeah. OJ, he's not, and then Pastor Kwame Amponsan, they would be next week on the show. Yes,
my regards to him. My regards to OJ.
I would tell they
are all my buddies.
Make a date. All right, people. God bless you.
Sorry.
Will you give them cake?
Oh, Kwame Amponsa and I did my first album, Blessing. So as for him, I used to cook for him. Yeah. With this, me the cocoa say ngosaka kra open tina odi cake for free hako.
Minister Jane, send me the address, oh.
Oh, I will. Uncle Nino will have to taste the cake first before.
But me land the mamu rain fi me why na.
You're in DHL.
Mati.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Right, okay, please have a good night to you all.
Okay,
God bless you. Right. Okay. Right, people, thank you so much for joining me on today's edition of Chat with Daniel Dadson. It's been an amazing conversation. Lots of information shared, lots of lessons learned as well, and these are invaluable information. So if you are an artist based here in UK, US, based in Europe, Asia, Australia, wherever you are, and you want to promote your music in Ghana, please just go back and watch the stream, reshare, and then let it be a blessing. I'm back next week, God willing, on same channel, TCA Radio, Class Radio UK, and also YouTube on Hack TV, and on Facebook, Daniel Kweku Dadson, and Hack TV Facebook. God richly bless you and have a wonderful evening. Hello.
Hello, Wafa. Akosiboga new.
Akosiboga. Na emrebe na kodru Ghana.
Wafa, oma be try kania ne yensuo num. Na medical bills nso de sra na eko.
Minya mrenko agent no homfa sika no nkoto mu.
Wafa pa, won't pay angel.
Pay angel. Mati wo mon kansumin sonhwe.
Here agent, if he say, omonje kapre bampu. Wo sendi sika no sesia na mensaka.
Oh, okay. Into which rest me sika no fa pay angel so on sabe kan sesia.
Ane Wafa, wo bet me the pay angel e tia water bill ne light bill no bo brempo sika na embedu min say pay angel merchant solution no ebe mana ye simple.
We dey say simple. Any sorry am no mo bompa ye metimi discount for pay angel so akobo afori.
Customer service no be sorti am easy.
Any we dey gina sika man ye bo for me twa browse sia.
Wafa, memo ring fi me referral code no. Ebe ma pay angel ama me £5 free. Sosket, mensa kenzikano. Mekutiana na medical bills nesesia.
Akosi we dey me dasi. Me jani aka ni nyina akire di. Pay angel nko ana me de ombedi djuma. Pay angel sikamania obetimi afre mo 07908061086 anasa www.payangel.com. Pay angel na eno na uya.